guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Carrie and I have a ton of cleaning motivation for you today. My house is especially upside down right now and I have a lot to update you guys on, so let's go ahead and jump right into it. If you've watched my channel before, then you might notice things look a little bit weird here, and that's because we had a toilet leak in our downstairs bathroom and it caused a bit more damage than you would expect. Basically the drywall soaked up a bunch of sewer water, and so the restoration company had to cut all that out, and on the other side of the wall are kitchen cabinets, and so to make sure that the wall was dry there, they had to cut out some of the kitchen cabinets. So we have been living with only half a kitchen for a little over a month now, and we have a containment put up in this footage. You can kind of see it separating off that affected area, and we're just waiting now for the insurance to approve everything so we can get to rebuilding. So please pardon the mess right now. We have the fridge moved over near our pantry here and have a lot of our kitchen essentials over here on this table. And since I don't have a kitchen sink installed right now, we're using a lot of paper plates and plastic cutlery. And it's been really difficult having to plan ahead on what meals to make that don't involve dirtying dishes. The plus side of that is that I haven't had to do as many dishes. But the downside is that our options are limited as far as meals. It's been also a lot of takeout, which can be expensive. And I've just found that the prepped foods that you can buy, which actually I was pleasantly surprised at how many options there are for people like us in the grocery stores, where you can just cook it in the package in the microwave or pop it in the oven. But I just find that they don't taste as good, and also they have so much sodium and salt. So that's one thing that's really, like, I'll find something, I'll be like, oh, this is good, like I can just pop this in the microwave and throw it away after, recycle it, but then it has a ton of sodium in it. So welcome to my circus. It's going to be a bit crazy around here for a little while, and I hope we can get things moving this week and be back to normal in the next month or so. Of course, it will take time to rebuild it, and that's provided that everything, the materials and all that, are in stock. So this is the mess in my upstairs bathroom. I have moved my plants up here so I can water them. I usually water them downstairs in the sink, but as I mentioned, I have that taken out, and I just don't know what's wrong with my begonia. My monstera does great, and also this is a Rojo Congo, or philodendron Rojo Congo, yeah, and it doesn't do well either. It's been growing so small. I just don't know, so I thought maybe they needed more sunlight, so I brought them into that bathroom. It gets nice and sunny in there, and also kind of humid with the shower. And I'm moving upstairs into my bedroom now. We actually got a new bed, so this probably looks different too. There's been so many changes around here. We got a Sleep Number, and we used to have just like a regular queen gel memory mattress. And we hated that. And it was just so uncomfortable. Our bed was also broken. It wasn't broken, it was actually just missing a screw, we realized when we took it apart. But we got a king size Sleep Number, and so far we have been loving it. And also, since I filmed this footage, we also got a down comforter and a duvet cover for that. And so I'll be shopping for bedroom furniture, not soon. I'm not going to say soon because I have so much going on right now with the kitchen and all that, and the bathroom. But yeah, I'm going to be kind of keeping my eyes open. I've been looking on Pinterest to see what I want to do. We've been looking at paint colors and just thinking and planning, and eventually we'll go ahead and get like a headboard and stuff like that. So I'm just going to go ahead and fold this laundry. I have quite a bit of laundry to fold today, and I like to usually just watch TV. My TV is over in the other corner opposite of me, so I'll usually just put on TV, usually other cleaning videos, because I find that like I don't get too invested. If I put on a movie or a show, like I usually get invested, and then I don't want to get up, and so even when I'm done with my chore, I'll keep watching. So just like cleaning videos kind of keeps me engaged and like my mind off of things, but not so engaged that I don't want to stop watching. Okay, so I'm getting ready to clean my bathroom, and I just have a bunch of stuff laying out, and so I thought I would take this time to tell you guys a little bit about some products that I've tried lately. And this product, and all three of these products actually specifically, came for free as samples, and this is like a full-size product. Origins Plantscription Multi-Powered Youth Serum. I got this for free through bizagent.com. I have a video that I filmed a few months ago, and it has more details about that, but you could sign up at BizAgent. I don't get any kickback or anything like that for telling you guys about it, but basically they, depending on your profile and like your interests, they send you products in exchange for your review, and sometimes you have to do like an Instagram post or whatever. But I got this serum, which I love, and this is normally $82, this size. Okay. Sometimes I get a sample size like this, but this, I mean, like, I've been like making this last as much as I can. It smells so good, by the way. And this Kiehl's Ultra Facial Cream. Again, this is a full size. I think this was around $30 when I looked up online. And I have very sensitive skin and dry skin. Like, look at my hands. So, also on my face, of course. I just have really dry skin. So, definitely check out that video if you haven't seen it. Get signed up on BizAgent because they have some awesome stuff. I've gotten coffee, I've gotten makeup, I've gotten all kinds of really awesome goodies that normally I wouldn't buy for myself, and sometimes I find stuff that I really, really like. So I'll link it down below for you guys to check out. But let's get to cleaning this bathroom now. I did a really deep clean recently in the bathroom, so today I'm just going to be wiping everything down with my Norwex e-cloth. I've been really turned off by chemical cleaners since one of my last videos where I researched some of the cleaning products I've been using and how toxic they are. I'll link that below in case you're interested in learning more on some of those. But I've just been trying to stick more to the natural cleaning products, and so the Norwex e-cloth, you can't go wrong with that. You just use water, and then I don't sell Norwex, so I'm not sure of all the science behind the technology, but there's some sort of like silver fibers in the cloth, and so that kills bacteria. And honestly, I love it. I think that you can clean so quickly and effectively, and it cleans really well. And then I'm just using their glass cloth to polish the mirror after I wipe it down with the wet e-cloth. I needed to wipe down my mirrored tray, and this mirrored tray is an heirloom from my grandma. When she passed away, my grandpa said that me and my cousins and my aunt and my mom could all go in and take whatever we wanted from her things. And this is just something that always reminded me of her, and something that I always think about, because when I was little, we would go into her bathroom and like test out her creams and her perfumes, and it just felt so fancy and like luxurious. So I definitely asked if I could take that when he offered her things to us. It's just something that's very special to me. I don't think I'll ever get rid of it, and I just love having this here to hold our perfumes and things like that. So it did need just to be wiped down and get a good clean. So again, with the Norwex e-cloth, and then polishing it with their glass cloth. And I did notice when I was doing my makeup that day that my skin was getting irritated by my makeup brushes. So I decided just to really quickly clean those because admittedly it had been way too long since I last cleaned them. And so I'm just going to be using some baby shampoo that I had on hand today. You can use any gentle cleanser soap. Of course, they do make special makeup brush cleaner that you can buy, but this will do the job as well. And you just use one little drop on each brush and kind of work it through gently. You can kind of spread the bristles out with your fingers gently. You don't want to push them too much in the opposite direction of where they're coming out of the brush. And then I did it a few times depending on the brush. Like eyeshadow brushes that I just use for like highlight and stuff, they weren't so bad, but like a foundation brush, I had to go through a few times with the foundation brushes and clean those out with soap. And then once they're starting to run clear, you just want to squeeze the water out to the end of the brush and shape it so that it'll dry really nicely. And it's so funny because as I'm doing a lot of my chores, I'm just taken back to like different points in my childhood, because I used to take art classes and we used to do watercolors and oil painting. So I'm just taken back to when I used to have to wash my brushes for that. And then also my very first job was at a pottery painting place, and every morning when I would go in, one of my jobs was to clean all the sponges and the brushes. So I would just put on music and zone out and wash those, and it's actually kind of therapeutic for me to watch them wash clean and shape them. And this chore only took less than 10 minutes. I had been putting it off for way too long. Another chore that takes me back is folding laundry, because I used to work at Hollister when I was 17, and so basically I was just folding clothes the entire shift. And music was a big thing at that time too, because I don't know if you've ever been inside a Hollister, but they just blare music. And at the time, I don't know if they still do because I don't shop there anymore. I'm in my 30s now. But they had like this screen where you could choose the music. So I would just pick music there and zone out and fold laundry. Well, it wasn't laundry, it's the merchandise. But when I'm folding laundry now, I just think about that and reminisce on those jobs, and it's just funny to think about that while I'm cleaning. But I'm curious though, what was your first job? Because besides the pottery painting place, which I actually got fired from, I can tell you guys a little bit about that later if you want. I also worked at Chili's as a hostess for a while, and then I worked at Hollister and then a sushi restaurant. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that little break from the talking, since the majority of this video has been pretty chatty, but this is actually moving on to the next day. This particular week I was super busy with work, and so I was only able to get a little bit of cleaning done here and there. And I usually do my cleaning towards the end of the evening since I work full time, and then other weeks when I'm not as busy with work, since I work from home, I'm able to do some chores here and there. But since I do work from home, I am also able to kind of keep laundry moving. I'll throw in a load in the morning and try and change it over midday if possible, and also just like making the beds and general tidying up I try and do. But I'm just gonna go through. I needed to dust my room. I'm going through with the Swiffer duster, and then I'm wiping things down with my Norwex e-cloth, and then I'm moving into the hall here to wipe down this little linen cabinet shelf that we have. I need to figure out kind of what I want to do with this area to fill it out. When we moved in, we just like put all these pictures here. But I definitely am thinking about ideas. I wish there was like an outlet here so I could put a nice lamp or something, but yeah, it's kind of like a awkward shelf. I need to like Pinterest some ideas for that. But then I'm going to go back into the bedroom and vacuum. I'm using the Dyson V11 Torque. I do like this vacuum. I've told you guys a little bit about what I think about it before, but it is a little heavy, and also it doesn't have a trigger lock. So those are two things that I don't like about it, but it is the best vacuum I've also ever owned. So yeah, I do like it overall. So my steam mop actually stopped steaming, and I think it's because I just used regular water in it and not distilled, which I know can cause some buildup. And then also I was reading that you're not supposed to be using a steam mop on vinyl plank flooring, which is what we have upstairs here. So I went to Target with full intention of getting an O-Cedar spin mop, since I've heard great things about those, but they didn't have any at all, which is so funny because a couple months ago I remember the shelves were stocked full of O-Cedar spin mops. But I did find this Libman Spin Mop and Bucket, which is pretty comparable. It's pretty much the same thing, and I decided to give that one a try. And it says on the box that it removes 99% of bacteria with only water, but I didn't see any other information about that anywhere else on the box or in the instructions or even online. I even went and like looked on their website. So I'm definitely curious about that, but I wanted to go ahead and clean with some multi-surface cleaner since I wasn't sure how clean these floors actually were since we've only used the steam mop since we moved in. And I've never owned the O-Cedar spin mop, so I can't really compare to that one, but I will say that this mop does work very well. Once you put it into the spin chamber, you just unlock the handle. I'll probably have a better shot here in a little bit, maybe a shot downstairs where you'll be able to see how I unlock it. And then you're able to push down on the mop, and then that causes it to spin and spin the water out. And I loved how quickly I was able to clean with this. I felt like it actually went by super quick. I didn't have to wait for like my steam mop to heat up or anything like that. And then also I was able to clean up on the baseboards really easily and even the wall in some areas. And I actually broke it out and used it the week before I filmed this, and the water was so brown. I decided to give it another go with the cleaner this time to make sure I actually got everything. And you'll see when I dumped the water that it wasn't too bad, but it was definitely dirty. And this mop is also super inexpensive compared to other electric mops, and I feel like it almost cleans better. So this is a couple of days later since I last cleaned this area, and you can see here that even though I cleaned it the other night, it's just a perpetual struggle to keep clean and organized since it's the very first place the kids hit when they walk in the door. And also we're limited with our kitchen because, as you can see this little sneak peek here at what we've been dealing with downstairs, that's where the toilet was that overflowed. You can see they've cut out the drywall that was all affected and was reading as wet, and also the vanity that was right there. They had to take the mirror down, door jams, and the water came all the way over to this wall here. now after dinner on the third day of cleaning. I finally made it to the living room, and it's late at night, as you can tell by the horrible lighting. But usually after dinner, my husband takes the kids upstairs to go finish any homework and shower and get ready for bed while I clean up. And so I'm super grateful to have a husband that helps me. And I will say that it is easier now that the kids are older, and I did have a point where I felt so behind on housework when they were babies. So if you are in a season where you have babies and they won't let you put them down to do chores, just know that it passes and it does get easier. And so the deep cleaning and all those projects can wait. And also don't be afraid to ask for help, because I know I could barely shower when the kids were really young. So just communicating that with my husband when I felt like I needed a chore to be done. The chores that I feel like need to be done are not always the same as the chores that he thinks needs to be done. You know, standards are different for different people. But communicating that to him was helpful because he will never hesitate to jump in for me. So I'm super thankful for that. To clean the floors downstairs, and so I'm actually super thankful that the kitchen is taped off, so I don't have to do that area too, although the containment has actually fallen down as of today. My husband took down like this one portion that you can see right here by me, so I was thinking I might want to actually go in and wipe down the countertops that are still in there because they're pretty dusty, and just like clean it up a little bit because I'm only limited to this little table for like food prep. It's so bad. I'm so ready for my kitchen to be back to normal, but I don't think it's going to be done for another few weeks. the end of the night after I'm done cleaning, depending on the night and what we have for dinner, because sometimes we actually will eat dinner later, depending, like if we eat with the kids, which we try and do as much as possible, but if not, we'll wait until they go to bed. And we'll like watch a show, and then sometimes I have work that I need to do, so I'll kind of like, if I'm doing stuffing for like a mailing, I'll just like put on a show or a movie and do that in front of the TV. Or like sometimes I'll do my nails or like a face mask or something. And sometimes I just end up scrolling on social media and falling asleep on the couch. But what shows are you guys watching lately? Because we've been watching the new season of Euphoria, also Pam and Tommy, and I always record things like The Bachelor and other terrible reality TV shows like Real Housewives and Teen Mom that I watch throughout the week too, but I'm always looking for something new to watch. So let me know if you watched anything good lately down below. But now we're actually moving on to day 4 of cleaning this week, and this was actually a Sunday morning, so I just real quick wanted to get some of these last items taken care of before we went out for the day. So the night before, we actually ended up playing Mario Party with the kids, and I didn't get a chance to finish the floors in here. So I'm going to do that real quick, and then I'm going to move upstairs to the kids' bathroom to clean in there. To clean the shower in here. It had actually just gotten fixed, and so it had been a while since we had last used it, so I'm just spraying some of the Up and Up shower and tile cleaner and letting it sit for a minute. And then I got this new shower scrubber. It's the Libman No Knees shower scrubber, and it is so helpful, you guys. No more bending over or reaching over or not being able to reach at all, because I'm only 5'2", and so I can't even reach the top of the tile in my shower. So I'm super happy with this purchase. It also is super quick, and I can also clean like the bath mats way easier, I have found. So definitely happy with this purchase, and I got it at Home Depot, and it was only around $10. Since we haven't had a kitchen, I've been really trying to avoid dirtying any dishes that will need to be washed, but inevitably we have some water bottles, and knives is another one that I find I need to use often. So I've been bringing those types of things up here to wash at the sink. So I'm just going to real quick wipe down the counters and get some of these items washed and drying over to the side here. To the end of this video. I hope you got some motivation out of it to get up and get one thing done around your house today. Thanks so much for watching today's video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more cleaning content. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!